Now you're probably wondering, this is not an unboxing video, but it is. I decided to show you guys what I go through when I unbox TVs. So here's the delivery guy. I'm signing for the delivery here for the LG UB8500, which is a 4K WebOS based TV. So this is the WebOS TV we saw at CES. I'm finally getting it at home. I have to sign for it and pick it up, but this is the kind of process I go through, and I wanted to share some of that with you. I'm wearing a chest cam so I can actually carry the TV, and also you can see what happens through the whole process. So I want you guys to give me your thoughts on this. If you like me doing videos like this, let me know so I can actually mix it up for you. So chatting with the delivery guy here for a second, just kind of looking at the box and for what was sent to me from LG. Was dinged up in a couple of places, but you know, we'll definitely take a look at it inside. It's a 55 inch, not a 65, so I can actually carry this by myself. 65 inches is a little bit bigger and wider. 55 inches, I can manage that on my own. You can see like a little ding on the box in the corner there for the UB8500. TV was still in great shape inside, so not to worry, it wasn't damaged or anything. But again, this is just my whole routine. So I'm going to pick this up and take it inside and show you the whole process as I carry the TV up my staircase, well, outdoor staircase here anyway. And I'm going to just cut through a couple of things so I don't spend too much time lifting this thing all the way. Truck is leaving. I'm about to head into the house, and of course take the TV with me, kind of drag that in, and then hoist it up the stairs. So you can see, you know, some of that whole process that I have right here of, you know, taking this TV in. And that's what I do when I actually unbox TVs. I have to do this all by myself. So it's all in there. It's set up. That's the LG UB8500. There's a Samsung TV box there in the corner. But we're focusing on this TV. So I'm wearing that Ego liquid image cam. That's what I'm using throughout this video. And that's the TV box. It's packaging. It's a 55 inch. It's an Ultra HD TV. And so we're going to go ahead and just open that up and show you the contents of the box in there. Take my trusty knife so I can cut that open and pull up, and let's reveal our TV here itself. So show you some of the contents within the packaging itself. So you've got the TV, you've got the screen, that's the first thing you see, with some protection padding all around, and you've also got box content, which contains all the things you need for this TV. It comes in a black box, silver lettering, says LG on there. That's kind of tucked behind the TV, so in case you're looking for one when you buy this TV. It's got 3D glasses, so this has passive 3D, 120 hertz. You've got the magic remote. You've also got your plug, wall plug there, and you've got a 10-foot HDMI cable comes with it, which is nice. You've got HDMI cables that come with it. You've also got composite as well as component cables, cable connectors, so you can actually connect that to your TV. And then you've also got your surge protector, and of course an NFC tag you actually place on the TV, so that's nice. Twist tie, which is always great. And then you also have this little package there with your warranty, safety guide, booklet, all that stuff in terms of paperwork for your TV. Now I'm just going to speed through a lot of this stuff because it took me about 45 minutes or so to set it up, and mostly just because the TV's got this weird stand that really kind of it's just a little bit of a hassle to put down and actually handle. But so that's the stand itself. It's got a very funny angle, and I'm going to basically just put the little pegs in and screw the TV in so I can basically have everything fitted. The main thing is that you have to actually do this on a flat surface, so you have to lay the TV flat on the ground while basically putting the screws. So I have it laying on the ground there. I have some padding underneath, and I'm basically screwing it in and making sure that everything is in place for the screws for the TV in both ends. Make sure they're tightly fitted. It comes with a bunch of screws, and it's pretty much set, and that is it. That's the 55 inch. You can see how thin the TV is. It's got 4 HDMI. It's on the right hand side if you're at the back of the TV, on the left in the front. 3 USB ports, USB 3.0 composites on the bottom, Ethernet. And right there on the left hand side at the back is your power plug port. And then the power button is right underneath the LG logo, which we will take a look at. So the logo right there that's blinking red, right behind is the power button, which is kind of weird setting, so you definitely have to use a remote. And this is WebOS. So I'm setting up WebOS for the very first time on this TV, and the process takes maybe around I'll say about 7 minutes or so, maybe 10 max, but it's about 7 minutes. It's not too long. I'm just kind of taking my time through this whole process. So you have to use your magic remote, because that's the only remote that comes with the TV, and it's a point and click affair. And you know, there's this little animation sequence that goes through some parts of this installation, kind of just to help you along and also just give you something fun and interesting. Little bird that looks like a Twitter bird, and you kind of have to click on it to actually start. For some reason I was just kind of dancing around, didn't realize I actually had to wake him up altogether to actually do that. So he starts off and he says, here we go. So you're about to start off the setup process for the TV, and you set your language, you set your country of origin, and you set your time zone. The steps are there. We're in step 2, and it goes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps. And you set your time zone. In my case, Boston would mean New York for Eastern time zone. Hit OK. And then you have this little cut animation scene. It's like, you know, there you are. And basically you click on it, and then it moves to the next step, where you do your internet connectivity, which is step 3, and it's either wired or wireless. I decided to go wireless because my router is sitting right next to my TV, so shouldn't be an issue for me to actually do that. Go ahead and connect to my router, select, and go through some of those steps. And again, you get all these different animation cutscenes in between, just like, again, something fun. But it's nice, at least it's not just plain background. Now you've got your energy saver if you want to set that, set the location of your TV, home or store, also if you're using cable, satellite, or antenna, and then your service area, so your zip code in which you get service. And we'll see more of that keyboard. Now, of course, you can set up your set-top box and what HDMI port it takes, or you plug it into, which HDMI 1 in my case, your provider, which is Comcast, and then you set up the box manufacturer. I have an X1 box, so if you have an X1 box, your manufacturer is Pace. It's not listed there, so you actually have to type in the manufacturer. I did this step later on. You could go back and go ahead and just set that up. So I did this after the fact, so I couldn't find one, and I believe I selected not listed, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I selected that, and then it asked me to select the top box remote model, and they're like, you know, 20 or so, or even more than that. So you know, best thing to do is just skip. If you don't know what it is, just skip, and it will take you, you know, towards the end. And then it gives you this whole white flag sequence of we want to keep your TV smart, so you definitely should set up your set-top box, but I decided to skip anyway. And that takes you to your legal notices, and then you can select next. You read it if you want to, but I basically just agreed. Who knows, they're probably taking all my information in there, but you can accept all that, and then it shows you what you did and what you didn't set up. In my case, scan for channels, set up set-top box, and that's it. That is your whole process of setting up your TV itself. That's the TV setup process. So I apologize when I said 7 minutes. It's around it's about 2 minutes to set up the TV max altogether. And that's the whole process. It's very simple, very easy. And we come to WebOS on your TV. Now the TV starting up here, and because I didn't set up setup box, of course it's going to live TV my antenna, and you can see it's just showing static, and I can either scan for channels if I'm still using an antenna if I want to, or in my case I say no. So here are a couple of things you need to do if you're coming up to the situation. The easiest thing is to hit the smart button, and that gives you basically your WebOS smart hub here. You've got that array of applications, shows you everything that you need: Hulu, Netflix, Vudu, Amazon. It's live TV, and in the top right hand corner you have 2 more icons for your settings and your source, because the smart remove does not have a source button, which I think it should have. Makes it much easier for you to navigate. You can expand and also contract the apps below, and if you click on the source button there, top right hand corner, that gives you your input sources, and you can select the source, HDMI 1 in my case, and that is what I set up for TV. So now you can see it's pretty dark because the TV has all those different TV settings for either cinema, vivid, standard, all those kind of things. So you can actually change that with your settings. So you click on settings, it can take you to quick settings where you can change the picture modes, and you can select whichever picture mode you choose to fit your viewing style in that case. So you can go from vivid, standard, AP3, cinema, sports, game, photos, expert 1, expert 2. So there are a lot of these different settings that the TV has. So in terms of the way the TV has its functions, as far as I know, is you've got your source settings, you've got your settings, you've also got your smart TV hub, which basically is your WebOS hub. I'm just going to call it WebOS hub for the cases of this video and more videos. So I'm going to spend a lot of time with WebOS, and I'll give you my full review of what WebOS is on a smart TV and how it functions, because so far I like what I see. It's worked pretty well. I love the flow. I love the fact that things play in the background even though there's an overlay on top of it. I also like the color coding that they've done at the very beginning, where as soon as I turned on the hit the WebOS button, it literally just showed me all the apps that I care about for TV watching, basically Hulu, Netflix, and the works. You can also basically, and as you can see in the settings, actually you can select different sources for your sound, which is great. There's so many sources there other than TV and external. You can go LG synced options, other options altogether. You've got Wi-Fi Direct. Now this TV does not have DLNA, but it does have Miracast. So if you're a Windows 8.1 user, Miracast is there for you. So overall, I like what I see. I gotta spend some time with it, and I definitely will give you guys a full review of the TV and also give you a full review of WebOS. One of the things that's cool about it, it's got this what are you watching today? It's a quick way of channel surfing. By just clicking that first yellow icon on the far left, and you can channel surf and see what's available. Now this takes from your TV, from all your different applications you have, and you can basically watch live TV or go to any application you choose. So that's it there. It says today, and you can basically jump into that. So we'll spend some time in that. Like I mentioned, there is no DLNA, there's Miracast, and you can still use that on Windows 8 to actually view content on there. So I'll spend some time, but here's our unboxing. Hopefully you enjoyed this new different style unboxing. If you did, definitely like this video, share this video, and favorite this video so we can make more for you. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's Booredatwork, top right hand corner of your screen or down in the description below. So this is Thunder E saying thank you, and always enjoy your entertainment.